Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to ABS Open Mic, coming to you from the great state of Texas, precisely Houston. Thank you for tuning in. This is Open Mic with yours and only, the anchor man, Chris Ano. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, please, I expect you make you hit your share button. Make you hit your share button as you join. You know that they always come every time with things where they be very exciting. Things they be very exciting, but not only exciting, they be very educative and also informative. So hit your share button, make everybody where a day for out there, make them know, say, Anchor Man, a day here, not live, but alive. Not live, but alive. So please go ahead, hit your share button, and let the platform quickly, get the platform quickly populated so that I could start for spill the beans from here. So go ahead and hit your share button. If you're there on YouTube, please do the same. Send out the link, because I know quite a number of people are watching by way of YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We are also getting to LinkedIn. Then we are on Roku. Though right now as I speak, we are not live on Roku, but we are on Roku television, of course, satellite television in all of Africa. That is where you will find ABS Africa TV. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, it's a great day to be alive. We thank God for His grace, for enabling us to see this last month in the year of our Lord, 2023. In a few days, in a few weeks to come, when you hear me, you will hear in the year of our Lord, 2025. It is just weeks ahead. How that this year has just sped off like that. It is over. I can't believe that it is. I lost my wife, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know. I can't believe it is over a year already. Over a year already that she was gone. So I mean, it's just like every day I go to bed thinking it's like it was like yesterday. It just was like yesterday. I can't believe my wife has been gone for more than 1 year. Actually, September made it 1 year that she was gone, and I can't believe the year is over. Before you know, you're going to be getting to 2 years, and the time is just speeding up like that. I don't know whether when you are getting older, the days and the months and the years, they just speed up like that. Because when I was young, in primary school, secondary school, high school, it took like forever for the year to be over. But I realized getting older is like the years, the months. They run fast. They run fast. I don't know. I just don't know whether it's an adult thing or what, but that is just what it is. The year is speeding up, running very fast, and but we thank God for keeping us alive and enabling us to see every new day, every new day. By His grace, we will all walk into the new year, January, victoriously, victoriously. And so if you go to bed every night, thank God for life and give Him praise in honor, and submit your life to Him and ask Him for His grace to live your full life. Live your full life. All right. Again, thank you for tuning in. Today is going to be open mic, and I guess you know what open mic means. Open mic means you can stop me at any time in the course of the program to contribute, ask a question, make a submission, whatever contribution that you may have. You can stop at any moment in the course of the broadcast to ask your question or submit your contribution. That is what it means by open mic. Open mic. So I expect your participation. Open mic is different from news talk in the sense that news talk, I do not open my mic. I do not open the phone line. No. Not until the show is coming to an end. Not until I have spilled everything and then open the phone lines and let you contribute. I don't take calls within the show. I only take calls for news talk at the end of the show when everything would have been discussed. But I created this other show called Open Mic so that you can call and ask questions or contribute in any angle that you feel like contributing. So you don't have to wait until I open the phone lines to call to contribute to the show. You can call anytime, any moment as the show goes on. I will, of course, give you the opportunity to ask that question any moment, any hour, any minute in the show. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. And what open mic, as you have realized, also means is that I'll be at liberty for talk and for broke and for preaching, broke and even for my country talk or your own country talk, so that it be like, we have a conversation. We have a conversation, not with me coming to sit here and teach you or educate you or dictate to you, but open mic now a conversation. That is the way I look at it. It's a conversation, and so anytime I feel turn on into any language, whether French, if I can speak French, or Bangwa, or Bafut, or Mancon, or Bakore, or Manu, or Ogofa, all that, I can do that. All right, so please do me the favor, go ahead and hit your share button. Let us get people assembled here. I see the numbers are not jumping enough. I see the numbers. I just see all the 30 people on Facebook right now. Please, if you have just joined, the 30 of you, hit that share button. Let people know that I am here. And if you are on Facebook, on YouTube, please do the same. Do the same. Let us quickly get the platform saturated, and please stay put. I am going to be right back. Please stay put. right, thanks for staying put there, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we're going to talk about so many things, the falling apart in the Republic of Cameroon structures, the falling apart in the La Republique of Cameroon's government. Many things are not going on right when it comes to salary, when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to their parliament. Everything is falling apart. Everything is falling apart in La Republique of Cameroon, and we're going to be talking about that. But we also will be talking about what is happening. Now, you don't want to leave this show until you hear this this part of the show, because it be very important and educative and revealing, very, very revealing. You will not imagine what is becoming of the DDRO. We are now very certain, ladies and gentlemen, besides the testimonies we've learned from victims of the Mamfe massacre, that indeed the Mamfe massacre was carried out by a joint DDRO boys and La Republique du Cameroon's army. I will talk about that, and I will show you some images. You will not believe that the boys at the DDRO are being transformed and given arms and made to fight Cameroon's war. We will talk about that a little bit later on. But we will also talk about something that where we don't see where they go on for Ngo Ketunjia. I sure when I don't see the videos where he emerged from Ngo Ketunjia over the weekend, where Ngo Ketunjia fighters, they come together, say they now be in unity. They are now in unity, like they call themselves like Bui Unity Warriors. This one is Ngo Ketunjia Unity. I think Unity Fighters, AROF. But they come together. But the question is, why did they come together? Did they come together against who? Against who? That one, a big question. We will look for an answer. And I will be joined from somebody on ground zero. Actually, my friend, the owner of the publisher of Scandi Media. When I don't read that paper, that digital publication a lot, I believe so. The publisher of Scandi Media, Shay Tata, he will be joining me to give us details of what he knows, because this guy is a great news gatherer, and he gather facts. Whenever you read his post, you know that he is reporting facts. He will join me very soon, and we will talk about that. I will also bring on something where it happened for La Republique du Cameroon's parliament. I see a video where Cabri Labri, was it Cabri Labi or Labri, one of those, a whole La Republique du Cameroon parliament hostage, with all their ministers seated on stage to defend their budgets. Cabri Labi or Libi held the parliament hostage until the ministers walked out. I was hoping to see the gendarmes, the police, or the army march in to handcuff him out. I didn't see anything. Can you imagine if Cabri Libi was Amazonian in that parliament and doing that? Remember what happened to the Honorable Weber, right? No, but nothing happened to him. But there is much more to that which I will be talking about. But also, I am reporting that civilians abducted in the BLM are still in detention. Not in Boya, not in Douala, not in Yaoundé, not in Bafoussam, but in Menji. In Menji. That's one of the things I will be talking about. Please hit your share button. When I come back, I start this broadcast right away. Please.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricatv@gmail.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the subject of this segment is La République du Cameroun is imploding. La République du Cameroun is imploding. Now, folks, I'd like you to listen to me very, very attentively, because this is something that many of us in this Amazonian struggle for independence do not realize. Some people are thinking that, oh, we are losing. I have heard that a lot, especially from people who want us to give up, people who want us to surrender. Comrades, we are not losing. That we don't hold La République du Cameroun for now 7 years and getting to 8 years is a big victory, a big success, that something that La République du Cameroun did not ever think of. I bet you if La République du Cameroun knew in 2016, say this war will take them to where they are today, they would have rushed to listen to the Cardinal Tumis, listen to the John Frundi, maybe listen to the Munzos, to the Agbobalas, and those teachers who started this thing. A lot of people would have listened to them and said, okay, let's sit down and just discuss this federation thing. But they did not, ladies and gentlemen. They did not. I will take one moment and I'll continue. Please stay put.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team.
All right, sorry about that. Again, this is the point I am trying to make here. The subject is La République du Cameroun is imploding. That nation is literally falling into pieces. It is a piece of shame that is standing there in the name of a country. If La République du Cameroun be known from the beginning, so we fit drag them this far, for 7 years and getting to the 8th year, I bet you there is no way La République du Cameroun would have resisted the likes of Cardinal Tumi, the likes of Munzo, the likes of Abobala, the likes of Frundi, who were talking about a return to federation, whether 10 state or 20 state or 4 state. La République du Cameroun would, if they knew what they know today, they would have listened to them. Because La République du Cameroun did not expect us to resist this long. That is why they said in 2 weeks, remember 2 cubes of sugar, in 2 weeks, they will use 1 week to squash the southern zone, the other week and squash the northern zone. All that did not happen, has not happened. 7 years and counting. And now, they have diverted revenue, the revenue of that country into this war to the level now they cannot even pay. They cannot even pay the civil service. I saw an image, which I hope our guys, the technicians, can put it on the screen. I saw an image coming from Yaoundé. Okay, the image is there. Look at that image, ladies and gentlemen. That image is coming from Yaoundé. You look at teachers sitting in front of the ministry, begging to be paid their salaries. Teachers, cram up there in front of the ministry, waiting to be paid their salaries. The only salaries that La République du Cameroun is able to pay today are the salaries belonging to the military. Even the military, I understand that sometimes it takes long for it to come. They are not paid promptly. It takes long for their salaries to be paid. So La République du Cameroun is imploding. Now, this is what happened in their parliament. I think this happened like a week or so ago. In their parliament, they were supposed to present their financial report. Their financial report. The budget for parliament to approve. They were supposed to present their budget for parliament to approve. And according to the law, as I learned, let us look at that. Let us look at that. Where is that? Please put that on the screen for us here. Okay. Now, look at this. This is written by who? Member of Parliament, Jean-Michel Nincho. He says, let me get a copy that I can read all the text there. Okay. Now, that is it. Now, again, that is written by Jean-Michel Nincho. He writes, the November parliamentary session was devoted to the review of the finance law of the financial year 2024. He's talking about the budget, 2024 budget. Opened on November 10th, according to the relevant provisions of Article 57, paragraph 1 of law number blah, 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 July 2018, on the financial regime of the state and other public entities, the initial finance bill, including the explanatory answer, including the explanatory annexes, is filed in Parliament no later than 15 days before the opening of the budget session. Now, take note of that. That bill was supposed to be filed into Parliament not later than 15 days before. 15 days before the opening of the session. Now, he was writing this when Parliament was already in session and almost about to round up, almost about to end. Now, listen to what he says in the next paragraph. He says, on the basis of this provision, the Finance Law 2024 should be forwarded no later than October 27. In other words, the law was supposed to have been forwarded to Parliament on October 27. Now, he adds, we are today on November 30th. So he wrote this on November 30th. We are today on November 30th. More than a month after the deadline. 8 days of the end of the parliamentary, or 8 days to the end of the parliamentary session. The Finance Act has still not been forwarded to members. What is Yaoundé's executive afraid of? I am not the one asking that. That is dear member of the choir. Member of the choir, Jean-Michel Nincho. He is the one asking from their choir directors. He said, what is Yaoundé's executive afraid of? What stopped? Nothing. Absolutely nothing justifies this dysfunction. Cameroon has decidedly become a global calamity. I like that description. Cameroon has essentially become, he says, a global calamity. A global calamity, and that is exactly what it is. Cameroon has gradually become a gradual calamity. Now, they were supposed to submit this budget to their parliament, their choir house, it says, on October 27. Nincho was writing on November 30th, and I think he wrote there, 8 days to round up the parliamentary session. And the budget had still not been submitted. Now, I have a footage here, ladies and gentlemen, of Cabri Levy, essentially holding that parliament hostage when finally, I learned one day to the close of the session, all the ministers walked in and took their seats in Parliament, waiting for the bill, for the budget to be debated and approved on one day. One day. They just submit the budget walked in, took their seats, and they expect the budget to be approved that same day. Something that members of the choir are supposed to take home, study it. If they have any objections, they then come together, reassemble, and deliberate and debate it before passing it. No, the kangaroo, the calamity government, their despicable ministers come in, submit the budget the same day, walk into parliament the same day, and expect the budget to be approved the same day. But, however, Kabil Ebri took them hostage. I saw them sitting there like orphans. I thought, is this happening in La République du Cameroon's parliament, or in that country especially? Is it actually happening there? That a member of parliament will stand up and take the parliament hostage with their ministers seated right there looking powerless. And they cannot even call the army. They can't call the gendarmes or the police to come in and handcuff Libby out. They did not. Now, I'd like you to take a look at that video. Take a look, please. I don't understand French. I just want you to listen, but I have been told that's exactly what was happening there. Take a look at the video.
Les médias, prenez vos micros. Tu as fini ton programme avec Gona d'abord. Ouais. Le problème que vous avez sous les... C'est même vous qui avez dit que je n'ai pas de congrès. Hein. Vous êtes fort. Je suis un élu. Au moins ici, j'attends le sous-préfet. Voilà. Non, ça va. Ils disent aux médias. Le Premier ministre parle dans mon voix. Ça, c'est quel mépris, ça? Moi, je sais ce que la loi dit. Dans le pan. Ce jour.
Ça, c'est les médias privés. Ça, c'est les médias privés.
Les médias, prenez vos micros. Bien, bon, bien. Ça va. Ils disent aux médias. Le Premier ministre parle dans mon voix.
Parle plus ici.
Fais marrant ma bouche. Fais marrant ma bouche, là. Non, si tu... Non, c'est moi que tu viens empêcher de parler.
Non, vous exagérez.
Ok, fais donc parler ici.
Ça fait plus un.
Vous ne parlez plus.
Ok, vous parlez alors.
On a fini de parler.
Vous êtes député comme nous. Il y a une violation de la loi.
La démocratie.
Non, la démocratie c'est la loi. Non, c'est pas le nombre, monsieur. La démocratie c'est la loi. Que dit la loi?
La loi du nombre.
Non, la loi a été votée ici. C'est 15 jours.
Le judiciaire posé là. Et on passe au vote. On ne va pas voter. Nous sommes nombreux. On ne vote pas.
Nous on respecte les ministres. Mais on veut que le ministre, c'est pas ça la loi soit. C'est quoi donc? C'est un prélude à l'examen de la loi de finances.
Well, can you imagine that, ladies and gentlemen, that just imagine if that was Honorable Weber or Awudu in blessed memory doing that there in that choir chamber in La République du Cameroon. That guy, you look at the ministers seated on stage, looking looking powerless, powerless, powerless. Look at them, look at them, look at them. Look at that guy is the Minister of Justice, I think so. The guy in white, is that Buba Bello Maigari? I think so. Can you imagine if that was Ambazonian, what they call Anglophone, confiscating the microphones from the podium. Look at them trying to leave. It appears that they came back actually, because some of them remained seated, but then these ones walked out. Okay, see, they are seated back now, and others, I think, they are coming back. And Libby also is holding them hostage, holding the entire parliament hostage. Ladies and gentlemen, I see somebody commenting that, oh, La République du Cameroon is paying salaries as usual, and there is no problem. That cannot be further from any act of propaganda that you are writing out there. Look at this image again. Those are teachers. Those are teachers cramming the hallways, I believe, of the Minister of Education there, or civil service in Yaoundé, begging to be paid salaries. Begging to be paid salaries. But let me get to the point here, ladies and gentlemen. I am talking about La République du Cameroon. La République du Cameroon inability to pay their workers. I mean, the imploding situation in La République du Cameroon. Comrades, for those of you who think that Ambazonia is losing, Ambazonia will not lose. Ambazonia will not lose. We have all the time on our side. Take my word for that. We have all the time. All of the time you can imagine on our side for this war. Instead, La République is trying to figure out they're going to pay salaries to the civil service. They are figuring out they're going to continue to pay the military and buy hardware for the military. La République is thinking about, oh, we have a transition coming up. What are we going to do, and what actually is going to happen during this transition? And you know what? We are just watching them carefully and strategizing what will happen in the case of that situation. We have every time, every hour on our side to think and to strategize. They have election. I see they are actually advertising. So CPDM now endorsing Frank Biya to stand in for president of La République du Cameroon. And let me assure you guys, there will be an early election in La République du Cameroon. They will not wait until 2025 for any early election in La République du Cameroon. Them go conduct early election in La République du Cameroon for the presidency next year, 2024. Because what I have learned is that they not be sure. They no one wait until Biya caves in on them. And then they begin to scramble about who does what and who and what happens where. They want to hold early elections next year, 2024. That is why you see, I don't know whether when I don't hear this, they are fighting against Kamto Allen, so they don't ban Kamto party activities inside his own region of the western region of La République du Cameroon. They don't ban Kamto's political activities, rallies, protests, meetings inside his own region in the western region of La République du Cameroon. Kabri Lebi, I also learned that he is being told not to organize any political activities, not anywhere in Yaoundé or elsewhere. They are strategizing how to handcuff these guys, tie their hands from doing any campaigns, any rallies, while at the same time, Frank Biya is running around the country under the banner of the CPDM and advertising his candidature. When elections will come, They will then allow all these other candidates, including Camto and Libri, to participate in the election, and then the results will go to Frank Biya, and you know what the explanation will be? The explanation will be that, well, these other groups, these other parties did not really have time to campaign because their activities were banned, and they came in at a die minute and blah, 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 blah. And you know that these Francophones have no bones to wage a fight. They have no bones to wage a fight, and so Frank Biya will run away with that presidency. He is unstoppable. He is unstoppable. But comrade, this is what I want, this is the message I want all of you to get out there. We get all the time for this struggle, whether now 15 years, whether now 20 years. Now the public go run tire. No be we go run tire. Man ask one a question. People where they talk say, oh, this war don't take too long. This war, it don't do good. It don't go up. It don't come down. Look at the resilience of the Palestinians. When they don't fight only for 7 years, they wail, they yell, they cry like say, I want to start war. War not start for Amazonia. The Palestinians don't fight for how long? Just think about it. Since they're children's children, they never give up. And we don't have the temerity to fight out of Republic of Cameroon even for 15 years? Come on. Look at what is happening in Gaza. Palestinians are not giving up with the devastation that is being inflicted upon them in Gaza. They never give up. They never give up. You see Shillong inside your house of Bamenda, for Boya, for Kumba, for Victoria, for Mamfe, for the BLM, everywhere. And you say, oh, let's end it. Let's end it. What are we ending? What price have we paid? I don't mean that we give everything, we sacrifice everything for this conflict. No, that's not what I mean. But I'm saying that when you compare our situation to that of the Palestinians, well, how about South Africans who went through it for more than 27 years? Because Mandela was in prison for 27 years. Before you got to prison, the war had started already. They fought it, and they fought it, and they fought it. They were never ready to surrender or to give up. We don't be in this only 7 years and counting. And some people, they feel like, oh, can you imagine that our own people are turning around to betray our fighters? I know that, I know our fighters, they don't do something the way they not be so good. But we still have good fighters, resilient fighters, patriots and heroes who want to defend Amazonia, whose only mission is to defend Amazonia and nothing else. And now inside with a quarter, they don't plan people them everywhere, say, when you see Amba, even the chiefs. The chief, remember they meet to wear a hole for Boya. Where colonial governor a hole for Boya told the chiefs of the Southwest, the mayors, the DOs, say when I go back from one of the villages, and when I dare make sure no Amber boys if be found inside one of the village. If they find any Amber boy inside one of the village, una sister will pay for it. That's what they were told. To go back to the villages and sell their own children. Thank God for those chiefs. None of them went back anywhere. They went back nowhere. And Amber is still keeping the resistance going. My fellow Ambers, listen to me. Let's take inspiration from the people of Palestine. Before I was born, the war in Palestine had been going on already. I am 54 years old. Don't mind as how young I look for here and how young and handsome I look here. I don't owe a little bit. 54 years old. But before I was born, the war in Palestine was already going on. And even with the devastation, the destruction that we see in that land today, the Palestinians maintain their resilience. Please, I beg all now, let's fight for the generation to come. This war will not be enough for us. I'm not sure, I don't know whether I will see the victory and be one of those who descend on Boya to celebrate Amazonia. I have no idea. But listen. When I see people like Pa Augustine Ndangam. I believe Pa Augustine Ndangam is probably in either early 80s, mid 80s, or late 80s. And this man is still there sacrificing his life and standing in and fighting for Ambazonia. When is he going to descend on Boya to enjoy that Ambazonia? Zero chances. Zero chances. When yet we have young people in their 30s, 20s, 40s, 50s who can fight for humanity, fight for Ambazonia. And they are the people trying to dissuade others to lay down their arms and surrender. In this world, somebody would always have to fight for somebody. Somebody, listen to me, would always have to fight for somebody. Let me tell you something, comrades. I am here in this struggle not because I have something on ground zero that I want to go and pick. Zero, nothing. I don't even have a family house on ground zero. I have nothing, literally nothing on ground zero that I'm thinking the war is over, I go and pick over there. No, nothing. I am just doing this hoping. When I was growing up, reading the history of Ambazonia, the Southern Cameroons, I was looking for an opportunity, a day, a moment like this one. Those who on the road, those who know me from secondary school, high school, and so on, they know what I'm talking about. Growing up and reading the history of the Southern Cameroons and listening people like E.M.L. Indele, listening to Albert Mokong, listening to all these guys, I wept in my spirit and I prayed that a day was going to come where I can fight for Ambazonia. And I thank God this day is here. And so I fight not because I want to go back to ground zero to pick something, to recover something. Absolutely zero. Zero. Absolutely zero. So please, and let me tell you also, I have never made a dime in salary, in payment, doing what I do. If anybody can dispute it, you have social media to dispute it. I don't make a dime. I'm not paid a dime to be the leader of Ambazonia, ladies and gentlemen. But I do this going to bed as late as 2 a.m., 3 a.m., sometimes 4 a.m. in the morning, sacrificing for Ambazonia. I have nothing to gain in it, no salary to pick in it, but it is for the generations to come. I am saying this to say that, please, we haven't done what the Palestinians have done. We haven't resisted enough, just as the Palestinians have done. We get to be seen resisting La République du Cameroun. Everybody get for the talk, say, La République, you can kill all of us. You can kill all of us if you want. We are not giving up on our territory. We are not giving up on our territory. That's supposed to be our collective message to La République du Cameroun. That is what is called resilience. So, Ambazonians, listen, we have enough time. La République doesn't have the time that we have. They don't have the time that we have. They get to replace their leader. They get a transition that is coming up. They have budgetary needs to meet. For us, the small that comes in, we send it to the boys to do what they can do. We send it to our refugees. And when we don't give, they know that we don't have. But for La République du Cameroun, the time will come when their military will march on the streets and demand salary. Teachers are already on the street. Others will follow so soon. And their transition also is coming very soon. There is pressure on them, no pressure on us. We are just strategizing and trying to prosecute this war in a very surgical manner. And I want every Ambazonian to remain strong and encouraged and resilient and brave, especially if you are a restoration fighter. No, say the time it come where you go rule and control your county and your LGA. The time it will come where you go rule and control your county and your LGA. This one it go to Amazonian fighters. But that is what I meant by La République du Cameroon is imploding. They get elections that is hanging on their neck. They are trying to figure out how they can do away with Biya and replace him with his son. But then the opposition, so-called opposition, they really don't qualify for an opposition as such, but so-called opposition, they are saying it is not going to happen. In fact, Biya has recently reshuffled his military command, just afraid of a coup d'etat. Something is cooking. Something is cooking, but we are carefully observing, ladies and gentlemen. We are carefully observing what is going on. What is going on in La République du Cameroon. Please stay tuned. When I come back, I am going to bring you my guest who is going to bring us up-to-date reports. Up-to-date report on what is going on in La République du Cameroon's DDROs and, of course, Ngo Ketwinja. Please stay put. I will be right back with my guests. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying put in there. And now I will take you to the ARF in Ngo Ketwinja and the DDRO. The DDRO, something is happening. We are getting some revelations emerging from the DDRO and Ngo Ketwinja. I'd like you to take a look at this footage, please. Take a look at this footage.
Today, 26th of November 2023, me General Fedo come back for ground with my boys. Clear. Over here was civil and they had a cry day and night. The me General Fedo come to their concern the Monday go.
Today on the 2nd of December 2023, the Unity Warriors and this of Ngokutunja. The freedom fighter and this of Ngokutunja, where they come today for visit General Chief Master for Bali Kumbat. And I will see them. I will see Major General the only bro. And I will see General No Mercy for Bambalam. Major General the only bro for Bamisi. General Chief Master where Naidi welcome the fellow colleague them. For Bali Kumbat, General Big Brenda, so Colonel Black Jordis.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the images you find on your screen are images of Ngo Ketwinja ARF uniting, coming together. I don't have the whole picture yet. I don't know the wisdom behind this, because we know that in the past you have Saigon and Ngo Ketwinja, you have one. The other one they call, is it Small Bro or something like that? All of them fighting themselves. Now suddenly these guys, they come up saying they have come under the same understanding, unity, like in the Bui Unity Warriors, who have, ladies and gentlemen, been doing an indelible job, a wonderful job in the Bui County. So you have these boys from Ngo Ketwinja coming together and saying in the past, people in the diaspora, leaders in the diaspora have asked them to kill themselves, and now they have come together and they are going to work together, and they will not listen to any leader in the diaspora. Of course, we know who they are directing this to. But what is behind this? What is behind this? Not only this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start with this. Let me bring in Comrade Shea Tata, who has been following these developments. Again, I told you earlier, he does a wonderful job reporting the events on ground zero, especially from the Bui warriors, Bui Unity warriors in Bui. And when you read Scandi Media, know that it is coming from him, and you can trust that what he puts out there is very factual and very accurate. Let me bring him in. He's joining me from ground zero to give us details of what is happening here. Hello, sir.
Hello, Comrade Chris. Good evening, and thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for taking the time to join me. Now, you have seen these videos coming from the ARF in Ngoketunjia. I know you have been investigating to find out what this is all about, because this is coming out with a message they are sending out. Lots of people are wondering who is behind this, what is it all about. Nobody has been able to figure out. And Sagon is not a member of this team. Please tell us what you have gathered.
Thank you very much once more, and just a little correction. I am at the moment I'm speaking to you from ground one, not ground zero.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I am already in ground one as we spoke. Last time we called, I was in ground zero, but I'm in ground one now.
All right.
There is a lot happening in the background, and there are many reasons why you see these fighters, they come together.
Okay.
And if you will permit me, it has nothing to do with the diaspora alone. It also has a lot to do with ground zero.
Okay.
It looks like the first thing that has caused chaos in the struggle is the fact that we involve our fighters in politics.
Uh-huh.
And we believe that for an army to execute its functions well, they need to stay out of politics and get command or being disciplined by a structure that controls them. Now, I don't know, one of the reasons we have this chaos is also because we started this struggle, we were not prepared. It took us unawares. We had not built an army. And those people who are having guns today that we call restoration forces, they are volunteers. And these are people who took guns to defend and protect the land and our people. So because there are many reasons why people took out guns to fight, permit me tell you that some of these fighters that you see with guns are not necessarily aware of what they are actually fighting.
Okay.
Some are fighting for revenge, to retaliate. It could be someone whose house was burnt down. You know, it could be someone who saw his parents killed. It could be someone whose shop was burnt down. There are many reasons why some of them took guns. And this is the reason why you have chaos in ground zero with some of these guys. And when they do not understand why they are fighting, there is bound to be kidnapping, there's bound to be revenge, there's bound to be killing innocent civilians. And talking about killing innocent civilians or inflicting pain on civilians comes to the extent that some people take advantage of the struggle and use some of these fighters with guns to settle scores.
Okay.
It could be a land dispute. It could be someone whose wife committed adultery and vice versa. And it could be someone owing another person. And so they come to these warriors or to some of these fighters for solutions, and sometimes they pay these fighters, and we know that some of these fighters are not well educated. I don't want to say they are not educated, they are not well educated. They sit down to take judgment on things that do not concern them. So if we had planned for this, we would have constituted or instituted good councils in the villages that handle such issues, so that our fighters should concentrate only on defending or fighting the military. Now, talking about politics, we had a situation where people became affiliated into groups. Now we know the various groups that we have that are existing.
Right.
And instead of building a common ground where we have a mutual understanding, where we can come and fight as one, fight against the common enemy, it became a situation where most people in the diaspora who thought that this is an opportunity for them to come back and become directors, to come back and become ministers, to come back and become president, or become anything else. Now they take advantage of these with their connections with some of these fighters on the ground, and then they deceive them or manipulate them into doing things that are against the struggle. There are many other reasons. I am just enumerating a few here so that we know the genesis of what has brought chaos in Ground Zero. And then these fighters now coming into their senses, realizing some of the mistakes that they are making, and also getting advice from the people on the ground, because today you will see a lot of people we call black legs. Sometimes some of our wrong judgments and decisions can push many people to become black legs. I am not in any way condoning with blacklegism. But if we do not have a structure where we can control this, where we can talk and give advice to these warriors, there is bound to be chaos. And because of this polarization in the diaspora, people were calling their own fighters and asking them. Sometimes they will send 500,000, like you heard in the video from Gogatunja, and as you go and attack this person, claim you are in charge of this. And this brought chaos, shifting us from the real struggle that we are fighting for. So with all these, and with the fact that people want to keep our fighters into camps, there is bound to be chaos. You will notice that Ngogetunja used to fight like Bui in the previous years. But recently, you can count how many battles have taken place in Ngogetunja. And this is caused by infighting among the fighters. And this infighting is caused by the fact that we are forcing our fighters to belong into a particular group instead of letting them fight for the flag that they are now realizing.
Hold on there. It's good you mentioned the flag, because I've heard so much talked about fighting for the flag and not fighting for anybody. That can be true. That can be very true. But that also comes with anarchy, lack of control, lack of order. When I hear somebody says, I'm fighting for the flag, just for the flag, and I begin to ask myself, how do you fight for a flag when you don't have the country yet? Comrade, I very much want all of us to fight for the flag. People who say they are fighting for the flag, they are trying to avoid law and order. They are the type that wants to take laws into their hands. They just want to do their own thing, which is why you have kidnapping and ransom taking on the ground, because they fight the same fighters. You sit in the diaspora and you want to control me here on ground zero. I don't fight for you, I fight for the flag. Yet they don't realize that when these things happen on the ground, when people are harassed, when people are abducted, when ransom is taken, it is us here in the diaspora who are receiving the phone calls to see whether they can be helped. So, comrade, my point is that, yes, they fight for the flag, but they should not forget that there is also law and order in this thing. We need to collaborate so that we know who are the bad eggs and the good eggs. We will defend the good eggs and condemn the bad eggs, which is why it is very important they have a relationship with an honest diaspora that is doing or out for the war. What do you think about it?
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk about this. I think, in my point of view, there is a misconception about this word flag. I think the flag here is used as a metaphor, same as we use the word we are fighting to go to Buea. Do we get the point here?
Yes, I get you. Go on.
We don't need to be liberated before Ambazonia is liberated, in my point of view. So I think they are using this as a metaphor to let people know that we are not here to sing praises to people. If you get the main message of these boys in the videos, and which the Bui Warriors also wants that same message when they started the same initiative, I think the message they put across is always that diaspora should unite. That's just the point of what they mean by the flag. They don't want to be singing praises. Imagine someone goes to fight, to have a battle, and in the battle you hear the reporting.
Comrade,
these are the forces under this, under
right,
that. Under
exactly. That's the point I wanted to make. But let me ask you, how come they are realizing that only today? Because these are the same guys who carry banners of an impeach and remove leader up to today, and they were saying this is our leader. What suddenly happened that they realized they don't have to be loyal to people who have squandered and embezzled money in this struggle that was meant for them?
But this is the point I am putting across, that they use this in order to stop that. It's not that this has not been happening. They have been doing this from before. Like I said, there is influence, and that is why we say we want to stop this influence from the diaspora, where support comes with a condition.
Yeah, you know that.
So if you give somebody, you look like the point where we had in Bui, where Major General Isobu, he was a very great fighter.
Yeah, they killed him.
But yeah, that's where I'm coming from. I'm coming to you to give you an example. He was a very great fighter. And because he was a great fighter, it was the same warriors that sat down and gave him this power. And he was listening to his colleagues. I remember in a forum where he was seeking for advice all the time before he starts taking decisions. But immediately money started coming through him. He no longer listened to people. And the diaspora, what they do, and what they did and are still doing, which is the case of Ngogetunja, is that they select some few fighters and sponsor and leave the rest.
Right.
Forgetting that when the military is coming, it attacks all of them. That is why most of the time, I'm sorry to say this on TV, but it is the aim is for people to wake up and see the need to support these fighters. Sometimes when you hear that military has invaded another area and there is no backup, it is not that that fighter does not want to go for backup or that barrack doesn't want. They are looking at the resources they have, because they also need to defend themselves when they will be attacked.
So tell me, where is the place of Sargon in this Ngoketunja team? I mean, at a point in time when no PT created the Unity Warriors, at a point in time he was like the guy left in the Ngoketunja, but it seems that he has been left out of this.
No, he wasn't there. The point, like we say, that's the point where we try to stop giving names to people or honor to individuals. FM No PT belonged to a force called the Marine Force.
Correct.
And the Marine Force, that's why at some point when he had issues, he had to change his name from FM to Foot Soldier No PT, because it looks like some of these titles that we give to these guys are also a deception to lead them to their deaths. We don't need all these titles. What matters is that these boys are fighting and defending themselves and staying alive for us.
You know, I'm not fond of titles either, and I know that Sako was giving them all these titles, but some of them too started assuming the titles for FM of Ambazonia, for example. I think he set that pace where he gave himself the title, and then before you know, Sako took over, started giving them titles. Then others were like, well, if they are giving other the titles, I have to assume my own title, and they started picking the titles by themselves.
No, I'm sorry to say that is not usually the case. It is usually the case where money is being sent to these guys. I know a lot. I have evidence of much money embezzlement for these boys.
Okay.
When these people who were county security heads and so on, when they were given money to send to these boys, they had their own deals with them. And so in order to shut some of them up, they proposed these titles to them.
Oh.
Do you get the point?
Yeah.
So they give you title to shut you up, to feel that you are honored by somebody. And that makes you not to begin to question where money has gone or what. The case of Bui, I remember I shouted with so many of them when suddenly generals came up, and I was like, do you need these titles? You need resources to fight, not titles.
Right.
And at some point, I'm still going to come back to your question with Sargon. I haven't ignored that. At some point, that is when they realized that these titles came only to create more infighting, because you heard Sargon the other day complaining that how will I be an FM and you go and make a major general without my knowledge?
A major general that's supposed to be in the same camp with him, correct?
Thank you. You get my point.
Right.
So these are some of the things that the fighters are realizing, that they were only there merely to deceive them. The second point where you get these titles coming are usually from press singing. Now imagine a fighter goes and kills 2 Ekelebes and comes back with his guns, and they start singing, oh, General, General. From there, it takes up. Every human being wants to be recognized, Comrade Chris.
Right. Right.
So, and then to come back to what you are asking concerning Sargon, I think one of the fallout, or let me say one of the advantages of the meeting that took place on the 2nd of December in Baalikumbat, where these forces in Ngoketunja met, was the issue of handling the misunderstanding between the Only Bro and FM Sargon. And I can tell you that it was getting nasty at some point, where you heard all the threats that were going online.
Right, right.
And I think we should be grateful, even though each time we have these children sitting down and talking to themselves, we will still call them privately because we have their numbers and give bad advice to them. Some will listen, some will not. I think one of the advantages that, or let me say the taking point home, was that they tried to reconcile these two people. And I think I already got an update today that the two people have agreed to sit down and talk their differences, which is already something positive for us, because it is useless for us to be giving an advantage to La Republique, because when we are fighting each other, the credit goes but to La Republique, not to us. we should be our brother's keepers, and no matter what, we should not let other people manipulate us. You remember, just a day after this meeting in Gokitunja, where these fighters sat down and decided that they will be working as one without calling names of individuals, immediately an audio emerged from General Onlebro, who was standing and castigating those calling him from the diaspora and giving him 500,000 and calling chaos. He was again betraying himself.
Right, exactly. And there are people in the diaspora who are in jail because of those ransoms.
Exactly. And he was even saying that no matter what, I don't like to call names because name calling sometimes, I know that I'm not a coward, but the point is I'm here to build. He was calling the leader, the name of his leadership, that he will never go beyond, and that what transpired there was just for him to do this. And he was addressing one of the fighters that I can call the name Gabonese. And my point is, you can see what you can see an answer to your question, what brought this chaos. Imagine these fighters not realizing it, trying to come together, and someone is trying not to let them come together. And they do this. I remember someone when I made a comment on my post saying that they will start dying one by one. We Unity Warriors has become stronger than ever before, and it's the only force today that you see that fights daily because of that unity.
All right, comrade, thank you. Let's move to another subject. You sent me a photograph of Shino Rambo. Shino Rambo, supposed to be known, I mean, he is known as the brother to FM No PT. He surrendered and offered himself up at the DDR Center there in Bamenda. In an image, and the image that you sent to me shows him cladded in the La République du Cameroon's uniform, and he is now essentially a fighter for La République du Cameroon. I learned that the Cameroon army now takes him back to Bui and go Ketunjia to track down regular Ambazonia fighters. Tell us what is happening, please.
Those images that you see, they are not the first images that you see fighters that have surrendered in quads, wearing military attire and moving around the military. I think we've seen Clovis, Beltus, and the rest, including our own Nambere and many others in military attire. You saw Nambere in Kumba, how he was. Now, what is happening is, to come back to you, before I answer that question, I want you to know that Cameroon as a country, the regime and everyone in that country, you can just call them fake. There is nothing real about that country. I will give you an example. When they created the Mosonge Commission, what have they done?
Zero.
It has only existed in the name. Now, we heard of Dengarbu. The commission was created. What have you heard about Dengarbu? Has it not just ended as it started? Now, we are talking about the DDR, which is a center that is supposed to rehabilitate people.
Yeah.
What does rehabilitation mean? What does it mean? Not means. It simply means that you are going there. It's like a treatment. It's like a hospital.
Right.
Where you go there for them to see how they can counsel you and help you to grow and help you to develop. So that the ravages of the war or whatever you have experienced in the course of your activities, you can become a better person tomorrow. But that's not the case. DDR was created simply as a way to recruit Ambazonian fighters to fight against Ambazonia. If you want to ask how, I would tell you, why will someone like Shinarambo surrender to seek for help? And the help you can give him is give him a military attire, give him a gun.
Give him a gun.
To come and fight his own brothers. And the reason is simple. It is because the Amba fighters have overpowered the military, that their tactics have failed, and they know that the only way you can fight the Amba fighter is by using their own fighters against each other.
Right.
The case of Shinarambo is just one typical example. I will give you others who have surrendered and have not been taken to this center because this center does not even exist. They are living but in B camps and getting military training. In Kumbu, most fighters that were even captured alive, the military refused to kill them because they knew that if they kill them, the Amba boys will come after them. So what they do is they keep these boys, the boys, and they take them along to the bushes, like Atanganji will say, boys is in the bushes, in order to ambush our warriors and show them their hideouts, their camps, and their various tactics. And one of the things they believe that Odeshi also plays a major role in this fight. So they use these boys to go and show them any traditional ruler that is found in the territory, so they can kill.
All right, comrade, hold on there. We're going to dig deep into this. Let me get the technician to put these other message or pictures on the screen. These images are images of other guys who are with the DDRO. Now, I'm sure many of you out there have seen this video, this footage on the social media. Now, the people these guys in the assaulted military uniforms with the amber flag, their faces covered, they want everybody to believe that they are Amba fighters. They want everybody to believe that they are Amba fighters. But the message they start with in this video is that they are calling off ghost towns in Kumba. That is the message they started with, that they are calling off ghost towns in Kumba, and that the people are suffering a lot, and they call some other generals who are themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. The other fighters that they call them, I think they call one Gideon and so on. The Gideon is among these guys covering their face. Who else is there? Clovis, is it Nasari? Is there? He is the one second from the left. Second from the left is Clovis Nasari. The one on the left, right on the extreme left, is a guy who is called Simon, and this is exactly his face. This is his face. This is exclusive information I am bringing to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. The guy who is wearing amber flag on his body, the guy on the extreme left, that is this guy. His name is Simon. He lives in Kumba, and he is the one, he is a big informant to the army of La République du Cameroon. Now, you guys will remember, the video footage of Nambere in Kumba with the Cameroon military warning the population to turn against Amba. This guy was amongst them. Now, if you look at that footage of Nambere in Kumba, for example, look at that footage there. That was Nambere in Kumba. This guy, Simon, he was there. You can see him there. Look at him in that black t-shirt, black spot where, we can get back to it. Get back to that image, please, and hold it there. He is there. Look at him there. The guy in the middle, wearing everything black, not in army fatigue. This is the same guy that you see here. That is him. That is him there. He is not in the DDRO. He is the number one black leg inside Kumba, and he has been working in there, ladies and gentlemen, for not less than 3 years, selling Ambazonia fighters to the army. Again, look at him there with Nambere in Kumba. He was there. Look at him in that black sport attire. Everything is black. He is not dressed in military fatigue. He is just wearing the black and red t-shirt and the black and white sports trouser there with a black and white stripe sneakers. That is the guy. Now, that guy is also in this video. He is in this other video. That is the same guy. This is the guy, ladies and gentlemen, extreme left, rubbing an amber flag around him, wanting people to believe that he is an amber fighter. All of these are the DD guys. DD guys, ladies and gentlemen. DD guys. Now, how did people meant for rehabilitation get this kind of guns? That is the question. Who gave them these guns? Nasari Clovis is there. The Simon guy is there. There is another one that I have the name here. Let me see. I think I was sent the names of all of them. I was actually sent the names of all these guys that you find on your screen. Let me see. The first one, Clovis from Oroko, and then you have General Godi from Upstation Kumba. Godi is from where? Upstation Kumba. Now, if you listen to these guys, you will hear them warning General Godi that he is making life miserable for the people in Kumba. But the Godi guy is it's a camouflage. It's a camouflage that they are trying to pretend that they are warning the Ambazonia fighters in Kumba, but Godi is amongst them. Simon is among them. Clovis Nasari is among them. Then you have also, General Godi, then Clovis. Who else is there? Now, this is what we have learned about this Simon guy. This is what we have learned about this Simon guy. We have learned that Simon lives in Kumba. Simon lives in Kumba, and he is a big blackleg, a big informant to the military in Kumba. He says, our informant says, they are calling him General Simon because of his deed in favor of La République du Cameroon. He is an informant to security and all government chiefs in Kumba. The guy you find on your screen, very, very dangerous. Again, he is a big blackleg informing he's an informant to the La République du Cameroon security in Kumba, and he says all government chiefs in Kumba. He is also, it says, their family compound is at Mbanya Street in Hausa Quarter, Kumba. Family compound at Mbanya Street in Hausa Quarter, Kumba. He was the one with General Nambere on live video in the crowd in Kumba some time ago. That's my informant sending me the information. His direct senior brother was recently picked up, killed, and put into truck and paraded in one village in the northern zone because of his bad deeds in Kumba. He recently celebrated his brother's death in Mbanya Street, Hausa Quarter, Kumba, on I think that was June 11, 2023. June 11, 2023. So that is him there, ladies and gentlemen. Very bad. Now he says that besides being a member of a veteran club, so this guy called Simon, he said he is a member of the Veterans Club in Kosala. Simon also belonged to many groups in Kumba. Besides government that has put him on monthly salary, yeah, I was told this, that he has been put on the monthly salary by the government. And he also has a number, at least 40 Okada guys who answer to him, who pay him money on a weekly basis so that he can protect them. So that if they fall into trouble with the cops in La République du Cameroon, this guy can come and testify on their behalf and get them freed. He has declared or presented to government 25 bike riders, informants, working with him in order to get more monthly salary. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to know, I reached out to this guy today. I called this guy today, called Simon, and I tried to talk to him. And I hope that the technician can put on that audio so that you all can listen to my interrogation with him this morning over here in the U.S. He was responding to me, of course, from Ambazonia. He was responding to me from Ambazonia. I hope that this audio can come on so that you all can listen to it. All right, I'd like you to listen to the audio, the voice of this guy. Listen to him talk to me today. Listen to him talk to me today.
Hello?
Yes, so this is the voice of Comrade Chris. You know Chris Anna, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm sure you're surprised say I call you. I want to ask you, Simon, why you hate your own people?
I say, my brother, they kill my brother Banso. They kill my brother Banso last 1 month ago. They push him for truck for squares for Kumbu. Say that military man they go take him for brigade. I don't lost a lot of family where the hammer don't kill them plenty. So I don't hear me anything concerning that thing. They kill my brother. This is the video today where they struggle the whole day, the whole social media. Say everybody go carry for brigade, killing for squares. When a mad person where I said you know I still one night for a treatment. They kill him. I don't care not to do anything. Say no nothing. I don't have my loved one. When the hammer don't kill her.
But before they start for key attack your family, you remember say you be done being an informant, work for military a long time ago. Remember when number come to?
I know they work for no man. I know they work for no man.
You there for video where number we there for Kumbana. You there where?
I know they work for no man. I know they work for no man.
I see your face for military for.
I didn't work for all my any two man do am. Don't be that time the man say be good for you. I never be informal. I work informal work.
But you were there with military. But you don't be military man, and you there for video where when number for combat with military, they won population.
I said what's the problem?
All right.
Now, as you say, you know, saying that because of that,
you've gotten a bit of it, and the excuse the guy is giving is that Amber, as he says, has killed lots of his brothers. Amber has killed many of his brothers, but that is not true. He joined La République du Cameroon, started working as an informant to La République du Cameroon before Amber started going after him. But I want everybody, especially if you live in Kumba, to know that this guy, the face you find on your screen, he is dangerous, he is wanted, and if you find him anywhere, know that he is an enemy to the struggle. So, Comrade Shea Tata, tell me, DDRO is turning into an arm of the Cameroon army, yet is supposed to be known as Demobilization and Reintegration Center. I wish I was able to get an expert to come expand on what that really means in international terms. But unfortunately, I guess we will do that some other time. But we want the world to know there is nothing like DDRO in Amazonia or in La République du Cameroon. What you have in Amazonia and La République du Cameroon as DDRO are proxy military camps. Proxy military camps operating for La République du Cameroon. Oh yes, tell me, who gave them guns? Who gave them guns? Who gave them guns, ladies and gentlemen? Who gave them uniforms? Those are the army uniforms that the Cameroon military put on or they wear when they operate up north in the Garoua, Maroua, against Boko Haram. Those are the uniforms because that's a desert area. When they are there, they use those uniforms. So these are people who are supposed to be under rehabilitation. How did they get those guns? Who is fooling who here? Comrade, take it from there.
Thank you again once more, and I'm glad that you're promising to take an expert on the meaning of those words in international terms. To start with, the video of this guy, one thing you need to know, we do not need a soothsayer to tell us that these are people you just mentioned. First of all, when the Amazonian, the restoration forces want to pass a message of such that concerns the lives of the civilians, they don't get into the bush and make an audio to share out. They come to the market square, gather the people and talk to them directly. Let them know that this is the message of what is going to happen. This is what the restoration forces do. So I completely agree with you that these are DDR inmates, that's the word I should use, that are coming out to preach propaganda. Now, one of the things that you have also noticed about DDR, have you not noticed the chaos that has happened among themselves, Comrade Chris, where most of the time they are even complaining of famine, yet you hear millions of CFA being budgeted and dispatched to them, but they never receive a dime. They never receive any training, as they claim that they want to train them to have a handwork in life. But the only thing that happens is that they only give the military attire to go out and fight their own brothers. That's the only thing that I have seen about DDR. It's a military base aimed at training just upper boys who have dropped their guns. And the message that I want to put across here is, you will see only these people surrendering and going to DDR. There is also another dangerous surrendering that is taking place in Amazonia. Some of our fighters have been killed in La République or arrested and jailed because they drop guns and then they run again to the enemy's camp. That is surrendering themselves again, like surrendering to the DDR.
Right.
We have at least 5 fighters that have been killed or jailed in Yaoundé and other parts in Bafoussam and so on, simply because other people who are blacklegs spot them out and report them to the military. So our message here should be that if for one reason or another someone gets tired in fighting, he or she should not make that mistake of running either to the DD center, because you will still be killed when you are sent to the war front to fight Amba fighters, or you will be arrested while moving in La République and killed or jailed.
Absolutely, absolutely. At the end of the day, you think that if there is chaos in that country, you think these guys will be safe? They will not be safe. They think that they are safe right now. They are not safe. But comrade, I have also another message. Unfortunately, I will not play that message for the security of the guy who furnished us that message. It is now very clear. It is now very clear, and listen to me, very clear, that the massacre that took place in Mamfe was a joint operation. A joint operation by these DDR boys and the Cameroon army. At least the first lady that we had on this television set a few weeks ago confirmed that he recognized some of them who were former combatants who are now with the DDRO. Now we have also had another guy within DDRO send us an audio message. I will not play it for his security's sake until at the appropriate moment. They sent us a detailed message explaining that those who went to Manfe to carry out that operation where they joined DDR boys and La République du Cameroon army. And you will recall that the lady who brought here to explain what happened said he saw DDR guys. They were dressed in assorted black t-shirts like B t-shirts, and the real army was dressed in uniform. This is what La République du Cameroon is using the DDR boys to do. And I really hope that somebody in the international community is investigating this. I hope people on ground zero like the Agbo Bala, they are investigating this. I watched a short video put on the social media by Aya, what is his other name? Aya somebody, the son of Aya Paul, who is running an NGO on the ground. And he was suggesting, but then recanting at the same time that the killings in Manfe were carried out by Ambazonia fighters. I just came across that video yesterday. Aya Paul's son, I didn't call him Aya Albine or something like that. He was telling the public how that the killings in Manfe were carried out by Amba boys. But then at the same time he turned to say, I am not sure, I cannot really say, but that was his belief. I really hope that some of these guys who have access to power and to the populace on the ground can do us the service of doing genuine investigations when they come out to talk. When they come out to talk. I have asked again and again and again and again, why would Amba boys kill their own people at that level? I heard Aya Paul trying to explain, Aya Albine trying to explain that, there was this conflict in Akwaya and this and that and that and that, and so the boys came to pursue. What a fact fabrication there. What a fact. I hope Aya Albine can hear me. I'm asking you, sir, if you have any evidence that Amba boys conducted the massacre in Manfe, please come on this show and explain, give us your facts. Come and explain your facts. Come and tell the public your facts. You know that people may tend to believe in you because you are on the ground and you are also from Manu, actually from Akwaya. Please come and give us your facts of the story in Manu. Comrade, say your last word so I can move on. Thank you.
Comrade Chris, you will notice one thing with La République. Each time they take these actions, they usually don't do any raiding after. There would have been a massive arrest of people if this was done by the Ambazonian fighters.
Right.
But who will they do? Who will they arrest if they do such raid when they themselves know that they are guilty? I followed your program with the lady, and I am still not saying anything about this lady because she had a lot of things to reveal. But the fact that she revealed where she was working and what she was doing, I am still very afraid, and I pray that you do everything to grant the security of this lady. If I don't want you to say on TV what you are doing, the same thing I will plead that if we have a way we can evacuate the one who sent you that voice note so that we can get it out as part of the evidence and the research and the investigations that we are doing. We know the case of Ngarbu, we know the case of Kum. We have seen the actions. We saw how innocent people were jailed in the case of. This is just what they do. They will go and arrest some few innocent people and put in jail. For the first time, you saw that La République did not even talk that much about the case in Manfe. If you notice it, they have not made that much heat up. because the evidences are clear. Even the action, just the fact that there was military barrack there, the fact that the gendarme post was just about 2 kilometers away and so on, for such an action to happen and people leave and they disappear without one person being spotted or apprehended, it's enough evidence that the military surrounded the whole area and guided the DDR guys with their B to carry out the action.
Absolutely.
And it's very painful that we keep talking about the massacre of our people. And the last thing that I want to talk about is the fact that some of these actions that we see the military doing also is not only a strategy to turn the population against the Amber Boys, it is also a strategy of brokenness that you said. They don't have money to pay for the workers, but for the fighters, for the military. They don't have money to pay for the teachers. You will see that most of the cases now, the military is only surviving through checkpoints. They are creating fake checkpoints to extort money from Ambazonians.
Right.
So you will see that their outstation allowances are not being paid. And some of these actions are also because they are tired and they also want the military, the government to take action. But unfortunately, the few in Yaoundé who still have money from Sonara coming into their pockets, they will not see the hardship to call this war to an end. Otherwise, they have lost war, and the military is tired of fighting this war. Trust me on this. It's unfortunate that our people keep paying the price, but I think that very soon, like we say, let us hope that Biya was a prophet to himself, that in June 2024, he will breathe his last, since he promised us 20 years in 2004. It's just 1 year left or some few months left, and we will see the chaos that will happen in La Republique. That is an advantage that God has given us, because the North will be coming, the Bamileke will be coming, and once they plunge into their own civil war, even our people who have turned to be traitors, because if all Ambazonians were united, we wouldn't have been where we are. We are where we are today because we got some crumbs seeking sardine bread and sardine Anglophones who think that they can betray us and sing praises to Biya to get some free crumb. But I can tell you that this is soon going to come to an end when CPDM collapses.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is going to collapse. It is going to collapse. And comrade, I ask you to stay in touch and keep your fingers on every development on the ground. Now, do you have a website for your writings?
I have a website. Usually, I don't post all of it, but there is a website, sheytata.dk.
sheytata.dk.
Yeah.
sheytata.dk. I'll let everybody to know that. I hope it is monetized so that at least the traffic there can yield some support. You do a great job. And I like Ambazonians to support you in what you are doing, especially when you are doing this from ground one.
Reminds me, sorry to cut you short, if people really want to support me as a person, I will prefer they channel their support to the refugees, especially in Taraba during this Christmas. Please buy a reusable kit. Our women need parts, they need rice, they need food, they need good shelter. If you want to do Christmas and New Year to them, please, we are there and you will get the results. Anything you give, you will receive it in videos and pictures exactly as you ask to be executed.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for coming on to be part of the show. I look forward to having you back one of these days.
Thank you very much, comrade. Always at your service.
All right. Thank you. You have a great night, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned in there. When I come back, I will bring you news about the launching of our embassy, about the launch of our ID cards, and the rest. Please don't go away. I'll be right back.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to take a look again at this image here. I'd like you to take a look at this image. Where is it now? Where is that? Okay. Okay, I'd like you to take a look at this image. The guy standing behind Nambere. Okay, look at the guy. Look at the guy. Look at the guy. That is the same guy that we are talking about. That is the same guy. You can look at their faces. That is exactly the same guy. The guy on your left and the guy on your right in the black red t-shirt. That is the big black leg we are talking about inside Kumba. That is the guy we are talking about inside Kumba. So we want everybody, and of course the restoration forces in Kumba should take note of this face. I see somebody saying we should put the image on the social media. You can screenshot this. Actually, you can screenshot this and use it for whatever purpose. But that is the guy. He is dangerous, very, very dangerous. He has over 25 bike riders who pay him on the weekly basis. Now, he then turn around, use the bike riders as informants to the Colonial Army Gendarme Police in Kumba. In Kumba. And again, he is in that video footage where you find them DDR guys saying that they are Amber fighters. That is a video. They are not Amber fighters. It is Clovis Nasseri, the guy I have just shown you, this guy, and others. Another one they call it General Godi or something like that. I can't explain that enough. I hope that we got that. But ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, I take you into another item here. Unfortunately, I see here the phone call, the phone numbers, the phone is ringing. I can't pick it yet, but I promise you I will pick your calls. I will pick your calls. So, let me take you to this other subject of our ID cards. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great development that we want every Ambazonian to seize the opportunity and demonstrate your patriotism, your love for Ambazonia by applying for your Ambazonia ID card. The website is Ambazonia ID, ambazoniaid.com. That is the address on your screen. You can go there today, enter your information on the website, and hit submit, and the information will get to the webmaster, and we will start beginning Monday the 11th. Beginning Monday the 11th, we will officially start printing these IDs. But you don't have to wait till Monday. You don't have to wait till Monday to apply for your ID card. You can apply right now as I speak. All you need to do is get to ambazoniaid.com. Enter your information, create your account, or sign in. Again, it's a free sign in. You sign in, you follow the instructions, fill the form, take your passport size photograph, upload it onto the form, and you click and then pay your due. It is $50. It is not $55. It is $50 for the application, ID card application. It is $50. Doesn't matter where you are. If you are in Ambazonia, if you are in France, if you are in Mexico, if you are in Toronto, if you are in Dubai, the price remains the same, $50. $50. So all you need to do again is log on to the website, ambazoniaid.com. Sign up, a free sign up. Follow the instructions to apply for your ID card. Now, the moment the ID card is printed, it is shipped to you no matter where you are for as long as you pay your money. And it is able to, and it is verified that you are a true Ambazonian. Then it is printed and shipped to you. There is no added cost for shipping. There is no, the $50 covers everything. So you can tell that thing is actually cheap. Imagine us mailing this card, say to Ground Zero. You know how much it costs to ship that card to Ground Zero is at least $20 or $25. So when you now think about the cost of the card itself, we are not making money here. So this is not a money-making affair. We just want to make Ambazonians proud. Make Ambazonians proud. So it is not too much, because some people will say, why is it up to $50? It is not too much. Consider that we have to ship this card, some to Dubai, some to China, some, wherever Ambazonians exist. The only advantage here is that somebody living within the continental USA will just spend maybe $1 to mail the ID card to him. Then the rest of his money can go to support long distance shipping, like say Dubai, China, Mexico, Canada, France, UK, Belgium, Germany, all those places. So that is the wisdom behind that. It's a round figure, $50, and that includes printing and shipping your ID card to you. You don't have to call the office. All you need to do is go on the website, ambazoniaid.com, sign up, fill the form, upload your passport size photograph, submit it with your payment, and just sit and wait for it. This is not like the Republic of Cameroon, where you live in Bangui to go to Bamanda to go and do an ID, or you live in Kambe or Bui to go up to Bamanda just to apply for an ID, or you leave Libialem to go to Boya to go and do ID. Think about that. This is the way government or the world was meant to work. In the USA here, for those of you who live here, you will never have to go to certain offices to order certain things. For example, when I want to do my passport, if I have to renew my passport, ladies and gentlemen, all I do is I go online, fill the form, pay the money online, submit my passport photographs. If they are not rejected, They just renew it and send it to me. But if they are rejected, they tell me why it is rejected. I rectify it and resubmit it. And I sit at home. It comes back to me. That is the way it is supposed to work. And it should not cost you a fortune to have that document. I learned in La République du Cameroun, I think an ID card is more than 50,000 francs, I believe. I think it's more than 50,000 francs. Come on. That's about $100. Something that should be less than, a maximum of 10,000 francs if this was being done on ground zero. Because what that damn government's supposed to do is get their IT developers, set a station for them, go to every county, or they call it, what do they call it, subdivision or division. Go to every division, set up the machines, and tell people who cannot apply online, they can then walk to the office, they stand there, take their photograph, and everything should cost at the most 10,000 francs for a government like that of La République du Cameroun. But they are duping people, exploiting people, charging 50,000 francs and above for the common ID. We will not do that. Even when we get to Boya, I'm telling you, these ID cards can only get cheaper. They can only get cheaper because we're not going to be spending $10, $20, or $25 to mail it to anybody. It will be shipped locally. So it can only get cheaper when we get to ground zero. That's the way things are supposed to be, ladies and gentlemen. So please, the website is up, open and running. You can get there now to sign up for your ID, pay the money. Everything is working. But if you encounter any problems, please leave a message and we will make sure that we get to you. That is it. Now, let me also take you to the launching that is coming up at the weekend. Every route, ladies and gentlemen, every route is heading to Washington, D.C. Every route is heading to Washington, D.C. at the weekend for the launch, the inauguration of Ambazonia's first diplomatic office. The launch of Ambazonia's first diplomatic office coming up at the weekend. So it is our appeal to every Ambazonian out there. It is our appeal to every Ambazonian out there. If you live in New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Virginia, even South and North Carolina. It's only a few hours drive to Washington, D.C. from South and North Carolina. You can make it there. You can make it there. There's going to be lots of entertainment right there, right after the formal inauguration. Come in your amber colors. And if you want to put on a suit, I heard somebody said everybody should come dressed in a suit. I will not say so. I will not say so. Just dress in your amber colors and come and let's sandwich that hall with amber colors and send a message to La République du Cameroun. Amber isn't dead. Amber is alive. Amber is resilient. Amber remains courageous. Amber is moving on. Again, that is coming on Sunday. Now, I see some people trying to call here. I will do everything to take a few calls. But ladies and gentlemen, I still want to remind you of these people who were arrested and locked up in Libya. I want to say that these people are still behind bars. These people are still behind bars. And it is quite unfortunate, very, very unfortunate, that the so-called elite in La République du Cameroun, in Libya in particular, they have done nothing, zero, to free these people. These people, they remain behind bars. these people, they remain behind bars. They have been behind bars now for, running for up to, I think, quite a number of days now, quite a number of weeks now. They are still behind bars, and nobody, not the elite, not the chiefs, not Lekudo, nobody who is whining and dining with the Republic of Cameroon's government and military out there is standing up for the rights of these civilians who have been in detention for over 2 weeks now. The guy on the extreme left, is he the one? Yes, I think that's the guy on the extreme left. We are told that he was injected with whatever chemicals we don't know. Chained to the ground for about a week, and now the injections that were administered to him got the legs completely swollen, the entire body swollen, and now he is receiving treatment in the hospital in the BLM under the supervision of the Cameroon military. We pray that this guy will come back alive. In fact, I'm told that the lady you find there sitting next to him is the wife. That is the wife seated right next to him, I am told. And we have some people calling themselves elite. And people like this are picked up, they say nothing, zero. Where are the chiefs? Where are Lekudo people? Where are they? I thought they were the ones advocating for people to return to their homes. I am challenging them. If they believe that if they want people to return to the BLM and sit in their homes, they should start with releasing these ones, getting these ones freed up alive. I will end it there. I will open the phone lines now, ladies and gentlemen. If you can call, I see many people have been trying to call, but unfortunately I couldn't pick the call. But go ahead and call. Please get the phone number on the screen. Get the phone number on the screen. Let's see who is available. Please go ahead and call. Before you call, make sure you turn down the volume of your set, please. Turn down the volume of your set before you call. Turn down the volume of your set before you call, please. Okay. I want to hear from you, especially if you are on ground zero. Go ahead and call. I am looking forward to your call. I have only about 15 minutes left to be here, and I want to take as many calls as possible. So go ahead and call, please. Go ahead and call. Now, while I wait for your call, I just want to talk about something that is going on. In India. We came across this press release coming from, I think it is coming from the government of La République du Cameroun. This press release that you find on your screen, I think it is coming from the Colonial Divisional Officer for Ekondo TT, that is in Indian County. Now, you guys will recall what happened in Manfe before the outbreak of this war, when the colonial officer in Manfe issued a press statement like this one, asking the people of Manfe to desert the town. And then that was when we had the first refugees leaving ground zero to ground one. The same thing is now about to happen in India. We have a comment from the Colonial Divisional Officer saying, with instructions from hierarchy, from the head of state, high instructions, usually high instructions from the head of state. Military operations shall take place in your various villages within the period of the 4th to the 8th of December 2023. Military operations taking place in Ekondo Titi, Indian County between the 4th and the 8th of 2023. To that effect, the Colonial Divisional Officer writes, you are requested to sensitize your population to stay away from their farms and forests during this period. What are they going to do in the forest? What are they going to do on the farms, in the farms? What are they going to do there? Ambazonians, listen to me. If you live in a Kondo Titi, you live anywhere in any farm, any forest in Indian, I believe this is what they are going to do. Maybe just one of those. They are going to plan GPS. They may plan GPS devices in those farms and the forests to track down Ambazonia fighters. I believe that may be what they want to do. Either they want to spray the farms and the bushes with whatever chemicals, I don't know, or they just want to plan devices, that GPS devices that can detect the Ambazonia fighters in those bushes. I believe that is what they want to do, and they say treat as urgent and very important. Again, that is coming from the Colonial Divisional Officer. I think this was directed to the chiefs of in the Kondo Titi. It was directed to the chiefs in the Kondo Titi. So that is what La République du Cameroon is trying to do. So we expect a number of people running away from the Kondo Titi, perhaps taking up refuge on ground one, because the people don't know what is going to befall them as a result of the action that La République wants to carry out in their farmlands and forests. I just hope that the people who write reports on referring to these human rights organizations, I hope they will write the report about what La République du Cameroon is about doing on civilians, ladies and gentlemen, on civilians. And other towns or counties like Ngo-Ketunjia should take note. I believe they may come there to do the same thing. Bui should take note. They may come there to do the same thing. Mayu to take note. They may come there for the same exercise. Take note. All right. Well, in the absence of any phone call, let me get to look at some of the messages that I have received here. What is the message here? Good evening, Comrade Chris. The unity going on in the northern zone is impressive. Let me get to this caller first. Hello. Hello.
Good evening, Comrade Chris.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from the northern zone.
From the northern zone. All right. What is on your mind, sir?
Well, I thank you very much for the work you do and for we. God will the hard here for plenty, for long life, may you live long. Something where they worry for ya, when you hear people, they talk, say, that one has struggle, that one has struggle. One thing they for your drunkenness, you don't overspoil for down here. Any place that open a bar, only place that open a bar. We don't know whether sometime will ban this alcoholism for Amazonia.
So they tell us money not there, thing don't drunk, but now bars and they open the most.
Overdrink, they drink drunkenness don't spoil their head. This one why they don't care for this show again. Drunkenness don't spoil their head for the ground.
All right.
Second thing we follow again. The black leg we will get them for here. We get some Mboro brothers them. And the Bamili case, most of the Bamili case them. When we finally get to Ambazonia, when we're finding against Ambassador, they barricade them was different, like or they don't like. Now, the second word that we said about against them.
I hear you. I hear you.
And again, so one of the words we have about Christmas as the council, as he found out on the moon, they went out and most time, most people, they didn't what they said, they don't know how to do so. I want to know how we have. Then you talk to me. Thank you very much.
All right, so thank you and remain safe out there. All right. All right. So this Comrade Riot, good evening, Comrade Chris. The unity going on in the northern zone is impressive. Sir, please, let Manu also be united. A Cock Road has been an armed robbers ground. The masses are crying. Please, you people should do something about it. All right, sir, thank you. I hear you. Please, Mr. President, bring that reporter frequently, please. All right. I hear you, sir. We will try. The phone line is still open. Go ahead and call. Sir, only one question to ask. How is the idea of ID card important now when the war is still going on? How secure is it? How would you guarantee people's private information given that can be leaked? No, it cannot be leaked, sir. I guarantee you people's private information. The website is encrypted. The ID cards are encrypted. The ID cards are not cards like business cards that you can just go print anywhere and hand to people. It doesn't appear like you saw what we presented here last week. If you didn't see it, take a look at that. You can see the encryptions. You can see the encryptions. The first picture on the top left is phase one of the card, and the second picture is phase 2, or the back face of the card. You can see that it is well encrypted. It is well encrypted. So this is not a cheap production. It's a standardized ID card like the driver license or a passport that we have in this country, in the USA. So there is guarantee nobody except our webmaster will have access to these cards. And talking about leakages, comrade, you have to remember that we have been collecting amber dues for years. We've been collecting amber dues for years, and people's information has remained very, very saved. That is not going to, it isn't going to be any different with these cards. Your data will remain saved. I hope I answered your question. All right, let me see who else is writing. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't think I have any other message that I want to read publicly. If there is no phone call, then I will call it a day, and I want to thank you all for tuning in. I saw quite a number, almost 200 watching on YouTube. Thank you very much, and thank all of you watching by way of Facebook too. Oh, somebody is calling here. Let me see. Hello. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ground Zero.
All right, and what will be your contribution, sir?
My contribution and concerning which you don't see for DDR, when I don't give them out.
Okay.
So from which you talk, will be very, very happy so that they educate people travel. And people they learn a lot. If not so, people they go to fall for mistakes the way they're not supposed to fall.
Right.
So the one for thank God for this ABC channel where una the do good work.
ABS, you mean to say? ABC get now only one subject when they come up. Chris Anu.
Yes. So I want to talk to God go bless you. I do they listen all the channel, but we don't realize say you be the only one way. At least the Amazonia now they put hope for the. So one for talk some more on a whole I'm strong they behind una so much. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes, because I don't move here from here to other parts for this Amazonian land where they travel and hear about your motivation, how we give hope for people for this struggle. And everybody they look on you now as the only icon. So hold on strong will they behind you, sir.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. All right. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without any call coming in, I call it a night today. Again, I want to thank all of you for tuning in to be part of the broadcast today. I look forward to coming back, I believe, on Friday to once more remind you, don't forget, Washington, D.C. at the weekend. Washington, D.C. at the weekend. If you are Amazonian within the vicinity of Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York, please, this is worth you sacrificing to drive to Washington, D.C. to be part of this history. And I really look forward to meeting you there. God bless you all. Have a great night.